Hey beautiful people, welcome to another exciting episode of Story Trip. The journey with the Lord is an exciting one. It's superb, and I know you want to know how. So join me as we go back in time with our guest to know his story. The person of Mawuli Shaley, and he's in the University of Ghana, Legon, reading computer science. So buckle up as we set off. You're very welcome, Mawuli, to Story Trip.
Thank you so much, Joanna.
How's been your day?
It's been exciting. We're enjoying the Christmas season.
Yeah, we found God. Okay. So tell us. We just can't wait to hear the nitty-gritties, like everything.
Okay. So you've done a lot of the introduction, as you mentioned earlier on. My name is Mawuli Caleb. I prefer people calling me Caleb. I say it's Caleb. So Caleb Shalley, and I'm 19 years old now, a student of the University of Ghana, reading computer science.
So how the course going?
It's exciting. Computer science is amazing, you know. A lot of programming, a lot of assignments and design to do.
See, it's your passion. Once it's your passion, you're good to go.
Good to go.
Okay, so what's your story?
Okay, so my story is the availability of God's grace. I'm a young boy born among 6 siblings. If I should just mention it from my mom, but from my dad, we are 13 siblings.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I'm the fourth. I'm the fourth born.
Lots of responsibility.
You know, right? Like, God has been so good. We came from a very, very poor family. My uncle always says that we were poor. We didn't know that we were poor because everyone around us was poor. That was the story. So my story is the availability of God's grace that picked me up from a place of obscurity to a place of prominence.
Wow. So how did that begin? How did it go?
Okay, so I just want to start from JHS. So JHS, I went to Kotobadi 7 JHS. That's where a government school. That's where I wrote my BEC, and then I had admission to Accra Academy. So the bell, you know right. And I was a day student, so I had to travel from Mawuli to Kaneshi. Yeah, it was far. I think the fare was 4 cities, 50 pesos. As at the time I was. So it wasn't easy for my mom. And at that time, my dad had died. My dad died when I was 12 years old. You know, right? It's been the grace of God. So back in Accra Academy, I was doing a lot for God. So I got identified by some teachers. I became the class prefect right from Form 1. And then slowly, I moved on to become the senior prefect. That was the first time a day student got the position of the senior prefect.
Don't you guys have head boy for day students and head boy for board?
We just have the senior prefect and the assistant, and it's normally for borders, strictly for borders. So what happened was that in my time it was a COVID time, so every day student had to go into the boarding house, and then the teachers thought I was a boarder and I was working very hard. So being the senior prefect means I was also the SRC president. I became the scripture union president as well. So I was doing all these things. So that's why I tell people that it's been the grace of God. Because looking at my background, there is none in my family who has ever held a position as such. And from where God has picked me from and where He's taking me, I know there's a future. So that has been my story, and it's significant with God's grace.
Wow.
I tell people I'm the epitome of God's grace.
Wow. So was there a verse that carried you through this whole season?
Yes. I think my favorite verse is Isaiah chapter 40 verse 31. They that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. So just that sentence, mount up with wings as eagles, keeps me because I know that when I wait for the timing and the seasons of God, I'm going to get, the eagle is a lone bird.
Yeah.
It doesn't fly with anybody. It moves beyond boundaries and limits. So I believe that when I wait on God and I keep on pushing the little I can do, God is going to see me through.
He has seen you through.
Yes, he has.
Alright, so you had some lows and highs in this journey. Can you give us some?
Okay. So the very significant low of my life was when my dad died in 2016. 2016 was a time that I was getting to know God very well, praying. When I say praying, as a young boy, I was praying, reading my Bible, and my dad had some few challenges. So when I come back from school, I just talk to him, pray with him, and then eventually he died in September. So I was very angry at God. Being a young boy, I was angry at God that if he loves me, look at my commitment in church, in school, and then he has just taken my dad away. I'm not going to serve him anymore. I'm very serious. I made a promise to God that I wasn't going to serve him. How funny it was as a young boy. And then God pulled a surprise on me. That was even when, after my dad died, that was when I was even more committed to the things of God. And then eventually he's leading me and taking me to. So the depth of the low of my life was the departure of my dad. It broke me down.
It's amazing how God uses low things or things that we see to be bad to get greater things done.
Exactly. So I have this example of a desperate time. That was when I received admission to the University of Ghana. It was a tough time. And then in January, early before we went to school, I just received a message from my elder brother that there's this scholarship, I should just apply. The deadline is it's at 8, and he sent the flyer to me at 4. So we need an essay, you need to forward your results so that they can go through the process.
And then you write an essay?
Yeah, you write an essay to qualify for it. So according to your performance, because it's something very competitive, so according to your performance, you'll be selected for an interview, and then you'll be on a full scholarship.
Wow. So what was the question?
So yes, the question was to give a solid reason why you should be funded for your education, should be funded
quite
for.
A tough one.
You know, right?
Wow.
So I did that, and then the next morning I received a call, and I was selected for the interview. I went for the interview. I was first on the list. 5 people chosen from 30 people who were interviewed.
Wow.
And that was it. Mind blowing. then they paid my fees. Everything was sorted.
A full scholarship.
Full scholarship. So as I speak, I'm on a full scholarship. But I won't like to reveal it. No, I won't like to reveal the name of the company. But God has been amazing. So that was it. I thought I wouldn't be able to go to school this year, but I'm in the university and I'm moving to 200 now.
Oh, you're doing an amazing one this day.
You know that.
Wow. So what are some of the highs?
The highs, okay. So one of the high, I'll still go back to Accra. I love that school. That was representing Ghana at an international leaders conference, for which I came second. Global conference, for which I came.
Congratulations.
Yes, thank you. So that's one of my highs. And then another high was receiving the Philanthropist of the Year award just this year by JYBLA. Yes.
What's the full meaning?
Ghana Youth and Business Leaders Awards. Yes.
Wow. That's very great. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So give us a little bit about what you are doing now currently, the university.
Okay, that's wonderful. So in the university, I'm an executive of AGCM, that's Assemblies of God Campus Ministry. I'm the lead man board president. And then,
Are you just president in 200?
No, this just by God's grace. There's no 200 presidents.
Wow.
Normally in 300,
Yeah, because I know.
And then also the JCR Publicity Committee Secretary. But I have a foundation of my own, which is called Dimple Innovation Networks International. We are into raising leaders, empowering the young people So what we do is we organize conferences, we organize seminars, outreaches, doing a lot of campaigns and helping, empowering the youth.
Okay, so how long have you been in the system?
Just a year. We've organized 2 main conferences. Yes,
Okay.
DIC.
Okay. And what's the meaning of the DIC?
Dempo Innovation Conference.
And it's been a blast.
It's been amazing. I also have a Telegram channel that is Lisha Library, where I supply free books. You know, I have a passion and a dislike for poverty and ignorance. I don't like people being ignorant and being poor. So all these things that I'm doing is so that people can break the chains of poverty and ignorance.
To empower them and know that there's a way out.
There's a way out.
Okay, so we leave your account the channel so that everybody can access it.
Yes,
and go to it.
Sure. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So in your journey throughout, is there something that really struck you, one key thing you learned that has been with you always?
Okay, so one thing that has been with me is that full dependence of God means that He is taking care of you. He has responsibility over you. And when you admit that God is the keeper and God is your sustainer and God is your source, not your resource, then He keeps on providing for you. Unfortunately, most Christians think that God is their resource. When they need something, that is where they go to go. But if we understand that God is the source and without Him we can do nothing, then we will blow the minds of the world. That is one thing that is keeping me. God is the source and God is the resource.
Wow. God is your source, not your resource. So is there something you'd like to share to our viewers out there? Any advice you want to give to us?
Okay, so viewers of Story Trip, it's been an amazing one. I just want to encourage you, wherever you are watching this from, that keep on trusting God, keep on holding on, keep on keeping on. That is the main sentence. Keep on keeping on. Don't give up. It may seem small. The beginning may seem small. The challenges, battles, the predicaments. Don't worry. Keep on keeping on. Push harder. Do your part. Leave the rest to God, and He's going to glorify His name in your life.
Thank you very much, Mawuli. This has been an amazing one, and God is your source, not your resource. Keep on keeping on. The journey with the Lord, as I said earlier, is amazing. Taste and see that the Lord is good, and then you would never go back. So continue watching our Story Trip. See you next time, same channel, same everything on YouTube on Story Trip. This has been Story Trip once again. Bye.
Bye.